Hi folks, welcome to my gambling video log, or vlog as you see it popularly called. I thought it was about time for one of these just to discuss really how it's going, what the channel is about, how perhaps it works behind the scenes, a little bit about affiliation payments, just a general chat about everything really. I'm doing it now because we're 11 months into the year, and the year-to-date figures now for the ins and outs of what I've been doing on this channel is going to give a good picture of what you can expect during online play. So where better to start? Yeah, not that. Where better to start but my histories of what's actually happened on the sites that I play at. Predominantly this year I've used 4 casinos: Video Slots, Casumo, Energy and BetVictor. I did use Betfair for a couple of months. I think that's the only other one, but it hasn't been I wouldn't call it a main casino of mine. The rest have been operational all year, so I'm going to use these 4 as the examples. As you can see, this is Video Slots. I blurred out my date of birth there because I didn't want to put it on a video. I'm old enough already without people telling me. But there you go, halfway down there you can see how much I've deposited at Video Slots. It's £97,560, which is, fuck me, that's a shitload, isn't it? But then withdrawals, 102,146, so I am actually up on Video Slots. This is a very recent occurrence though, due to that high stakes danger high voltage video where I profited just over 8k, didn't I? So it would swing me back down to being down at Video Slots without that last video. But nonetheless, that they are the most recent figures I have sourced from Video Slots. I got them about a week ago, I think. I was quite surprised, as you can see there. I was like, are you sure the figures are definitely the right way around? But yeah, that's Video Slots. So you know, a little bit up. 4 grand up, 4.5 grand up there. Let's get the next one. Oh, I've already shown this one, haven't I? This is BetVictor. My deposits 66,480 and my withdrawals only 34,119. I will state that for the full year I place my football accumulators at BetVictor almost every weekend and sometimes midweek. To the tune of 150-200 quid a time, maybe. So a bit of that, a bit of those deposits is me doing really shit on my football bets, but most of it is the online casino. So 32k down there. So overall, that's about 27k down so far, isn't it? The next one, we've got Casumo. Now, Casumo have given me it in euros. Deposits 146,260 euros. Withdrawals 89,565. Yeah, that is pretty bad, isn't it? Let me I'm just got a calculator in my hand. I'm pretty sure it's 57 anyway. Well, yeah, pretty much 56,695 euros down on Casumo. You'll have seen a lot of that, but you'll also not have seen a bit of it, just because sometimes I'll start with £1,000 and I'll have about 45 seconds of footage by the time I bust out, and the video consists of basically me coming back and saying, I've just had 300 spins on danger high voltage and no bonus, moving on. And I've basically done that 4 times in 4 games. And sometimes I face a bit of a decision there when it's sort of less than a minute or 2 minutes footage off £1,000. Usually I'm not really in the mood to carry on, and I just I delete the minutes footage and forget all about it, to be honest. But you'll often hear me mentioning in the next video how I tried a video. I'll be like, tried a video the other day, I was £1,000 in for 2 minutes footage, I was another £1,000 in, 7 minutes footage. I just decided to fuck that off, and yeah, that's how it goes, unfortunately. Sometimes there's just nothing to show. Yeah, so 57,000 euros is just over 50k. So that's now running at about 78,000, isn't it, down? Is it 78,000? It's about 78,000 down. Where my video's gone, right? And then the final one that I'm showing is energy. I was quite actually pleasantly surprised by this one because I thought it was a fuckload worse. I deposited £79,397 and I withdrawn £68,326. So I was 11,000 down. It's still £11,000, isn't it? And it's going to make my overall minus position on the casinos this year as £90,000 down, which is insane. But would you expect to see anything different with the amount of videos I put up? You know, if I'd have showed you these histories and I was ahead, then perhaps there'd be some foundation to some of the claims sometimes that the casino rig the games for me to win on. Well, if those ins and outs don't show you that they simply don't, then nothing will. So if you are of the opinion that I get lots of big wins, I'm never going to change that opinion of yours, am I? But those are the facts, the ins and outs of those casinos, and in my mind it shows beyond belief that you cannot win on online games. If you're making deposits on online casinos, you've got to expect to lose. You've got to expect for that deposit just to disappear, but you'll get some hours entertainment out of it. That's how I look at it. Now let's go back a little bit. That's £90,000 down. How the fuck do I afford that? Yeah, that is the question. I've got a good job. It's not a job, it's something I do from home. I trade online sports markets, in football markets, usually goal markets. Many bets in and out, in and out, in and out, for small profits each time, sometimes a very small loss or even a completely level trade. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm usually well ahead. That's what I do. But that's not going to pay for this kind of loss. And when I started the channel, I didn't have any links, any affiliation links. And I quite quickly found myself £20,000 down. And that was on stakes of 60p and 80p. So in the video that I've done previously, the affiliation video, if you've not seen that, it's on my channel. There it is. May the 4th I put it up. It was 38 minutes. It was just me talking about what affiliation actually meant and why I introduced it. Well, I'll say it again. I introduced it to my channel purely because I needed to subsidise the losses in some way. I needed some sort of help at the end of each month to lower what I'd spent, simply. That's the simplest way to put it. If I didn't have the channel and I was not filming my sessions, I would probably have one session a week, maybe 2 sometimes. So you could expect to see from me 6 sessions on a monthly basis. Anything above and beyond 6 is done by me kind of for the channel. I got into a place where I was enjoying excuse me, I was enjoying putting videos up because people were enjoying watching them, so I was doing more and more, the most that I could possibly do, basically, and that led me to be 20,000 down after about 3 months of the channel at the relatively small stakes. Now, I've always been a gambler. For 25 years I've been a gambler, and before the channel I would play at stakes like £9, £7.50, but I would only play one game. I've said it quite often before. I would play Raging Rhino, for example. I would usually play that on £2 or £2.80 or £3.20 because they were quite big stakes on that game anyway. But the likes of Bruce Lee, I used to love playing that on a site called Jackpot Joy, and I'd play that on £9.10 for hours and hours. So my stakes haven't increased over the time of the channel because I'm an affiliate, like a lot of people try and claim. They come along and they say, well, you started on 40p. Well, actually, any time that you've seen me on 40p on the channel was probably during a Casumo real race, and that was just because it was more efficient to play the real races at the minimum stake. The stakes that I actually started on was 60p and 80p. The reason I started on 60p and 80p is because I had a lot to learn about these games. I didn't know any of these games. I played Bruce Lee, so I knew that, and I played Raging Rhino, so I knew that. I didn't know any of the other games really. I'd not had much experience with them at all. So a variety of reasons really for the smaller stake. Find out about the games, find out what you can expect, find out how much you can expect to lose, find out what people want to see, find out what will make your channel the most popular, what kind of stake area. I mean, the channel's been going now for July 2016, so 16 months. It's been going 16 months, and I've progressed in my general videos from being a 60 pence stroke 80 pence player to on average probably around £2.25, £2. I don't think anyone can argue with me when I say I play a lot of games at £2 stake. £2's a massive stake. Of course, some of the games I tilt on and you'll see a fiver, £7.50. That's just me, I'm a gambler, that's what I do. And some videos you'll see some insane stakes, high stake special videos or whatever, but there's not many of those videos on my channel, I don't think. The latest Danger High Voltage one, I started with a 2,000 deposit, and I was doing 20, 25 and £30 stakes, which is unbelievably high, but sometimes just fancy a bash for a set amount of bank, you know, a set deposit. Try and get a bonus at this stake because it could be incredible. But the shift on my channel is probably from 60 pence stroke 80 pence up to an average now of £2, £2.25. Some games I play at £2.50 because it's a choice between £1.25 or £2.50, and I'm just going £2.50 because people don't really want to see £1.25 anymore. There's a lot of competition between all the slots channels. People doing slightly higher stakes, bit higher, bit higher. You know, you do get told that you're boring in a lot of comments. Oh fucking hell, you're playing this at £2. I can't be arsed with that. I'm going to watch Rock and Roller. He plays it on £20. Well, off you go then. Go and watch Paul. That's fine. I watch him too. He plays some crazy stakes, and that's his channel appeal. My channel appeal is I don't know really. I try to keep it realistic. I try to operate my accounts how a good percentage of people would do. I don't think £2 is out of range of most slot players online. But I also think that 60p and 80p, even 40p, can pay unbelievable amounts. So it's all about your level where you're comfortable. Once you go above £2.50, £3, £4, you know, you're getting into dangerous territory there. You're getting into territory where you can rip £1,000 deposit in 5 minutes on some of these games, the way they spin. But yeah, you know, that's just a little background into when I started the channel. I wasn't an affiliate. I introduced affiliation to my channel late September, so sort of 3 months after I began really. And I think I did comment on the affiliation video that my first payment was September, and it was £282. And that was me. I was off, you know. It's weird how it's gone over the 16 months, because I totally believe now that I'm experiencing the bonuses on £2 stake that I used to get on 60p. And the whole reason for the shift from 60p to 180 at first was that when you actually hit something on 180 or £2, you bloody hit it. It paid you nice. The Game of Thrones win that I had in November the 1st, I was on £1.80, and it paid 3,700 odd. And wow, you know that, you know you've hit that, don't you? Down on 60p and 80p, I was getting sort of 20x, 30x all the time. And now it seems I'm on £2 now. It's like they're trying to push me to the next level of staking now. They're trying to push me to £4 to get my decent bonuses, and I don't want to go there simply because I can't afford it. Look at my ins and outs for the year on mainly £2 stakes. 90,000 down. Now let's go back to how I can afford that. Like I said, affiliation, yeah? The links that I have underneath my videos, when someone joins through one of those links, I receive some sort of payment most of the time. I say most of the time because there are instances where you don't get anything. And I'll explain them and show them in a little moment, but there's been a lot of hate directed at affiliates lately, a lot of guessing as to the figures. I'm just going to point out now that I'm not doing this video to convert the haters. Okay, haters are going to hate whatever you say. You can't win them round, you can't change their mind, they have their opinion and that's it. Those people are lost to you as viewers or contributors to your channel. But what gets to me is when one of these haters posts a comment, oh, he's earned this, he's done this, he must have earned that, and he's earned that, and he's done that, and they've just guessed. Sadly, lately what I've seen is people that do like my channel and do watch have then commented and said something along the lines of, shit, I didn't realise that was the case, oh, what a fucker he is, or, you know, and that's where I've got to step in and actually show you factual figures so you can make your own mind up, rather than be brainwashed by someone who's having a guess and just doesn't like me anyway. So I am going to show actual figures and explain what that means to me. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And a lot of people say, you don't need to prove this, you don't need to prove that. And I realise I don't, but when it's affecting people that do like the channel, I believe that I do have to address the point. So that's what I'm doing. At the end of the day, if you don't like my video, or you think I earn too much money from doing the videos, or you think I'm not straight, or you think I'm lying about this and that and just fake or whatever, the beauty of the internet is you don't have to press play. Just press your thumbs down and jog on, basically. You know, you don't even have to watch the video. So that's what I'd say. If you still have the opinion of me after all these figures that you're going to see, that I'm raking it in and I must be a millionaire and whatever, then just don't watch. It's as simple as that. But let's start with... I'm going to... in the interests of sort of getting an average view for the channel, I'm going to use those 4 casinos that I've shown you the ins and outs of, because I've simply played at them the most for the year. I think anyone would agree that. But I'm going to remove the best performing casino, and I'm going to remove the worst performing casino. So I'm going to show you the 2 middle performing casinos, but it's going to form an average view and give you some sort of idea into the breakdown of figures and what you actually receive at the end of the month as a transfer into your bank. So I'm going to start with video slots. I can't remember what I've done here now. I think this is October. I'm just going to have to do it again, aren't I? Oh yeah, it's October. It's right there, isn't it? Just make sure it's still logged in. Right, so you've got October. This is my video slots affiliate hub, okay? This is showing earnings for October of £5,457, yeah? Wow, what a figure. Sensational amount, isn't it? Is it though? When you're 90,000 down for the year, is that a sensational amount? Well, we'll go into it, shall we? There's been a lot of people sort of guessing about my CPA side. And whilst I can't discuss figures of actual deals, I can show you what's actually happened, can't I? In the report in there, you can see customers 111. Okay, what that means is the total sign-ups for October were 111 people. Okay, forget the rest of the figures for now. Total sign-ups 111 people. Okay, I can go to my reports and I can click breakdown, okay? And I can select this period that we're looking at, which is October. Select the first, and then I can go to October again and select the last day. And if I click search, it's going to bring up every individual day of October. Okay. I'm just trying to explain CPA right now, so we'll ignore everything else. You can see here, CPA commission. Oh, I've bloody clicked it. I didn't mean to click it, because what's that going to do? Yeah, I thought it would. It's scrambled up all the days now, but it's not going to change the total, is it, down here? I didn't mean to click that. So second from the end, CPA, okay, £4,039. Okay, so video slots for 111 people, 111 sign-ups, have paid me £4,039. Okay, That works out as £36 and 39p each. Okay, but it doesn't really work like that. My actual CPA figure is higher than £36 per person, but there are wagering requirements to trigger that payment. It was said on someone's video recently that if I had 100 players sign up, I would receive 100 CPAs, probably at £100, and make 10 grand out of those players. So we'll take that as a little example and we'll go through what actually is the case. So we are, let's go back home anytime today. Okay, that's November. Back to October for the interest of having a full month. Back to the 111 people, okay? So we've started with 111 people. Down here, first time depositors, 81. Okay, so from the 111 sign-ups, 81 people have gone on to make a deposit. So I've lost 30 of them already. Okay, and from the 4,039 figure, I know that 57 people have triggered my CPA. So 57 people have wagered enough money for the casino to agree that they're actually a player of games, rather than someone that's just going to come along, put a fiver in, take a spin, withdraw, and never be seen again. That's why there's a wager requirement on the CPA trigger, okay? So 111 people signed up, 81 people deposited, and 56 people wagered enough. Or 57. 56 or 57 wagered enough to trigger my payment. Okay, so it's quite a lot different from 100 people signing up, 100 people triggering. It's never going to happen. You're never going to achieve 100% of your sign-ups. You wouldn't even achieve 100% of your sign-ups actually making a deposit at all. Full stop. So you've seen there that for the whole of October, my CPA side has netted me £4,039. Okay. Right, let's go back to this breakdown now and let's have a look at the revenue share, which a lot of people have a problem with. A lot of people think that making money off people's losses is unethical. It's you shouldn't be doing it. You're a parasite for doing it. You're this, you're that. But then linked with those comments are people that are saying you're taking 40% of their, when they lose £1,000, you're making 400 quid. Well, let's just work this out and show you, yeah, what you actually get. Okay, for October, I don't know if you caught it on that last page, but just rewind if you didn't. I had 602 active players. 602, okay? This figure here, £62,859, that is the total amount of money lost by my 602 players on this casino for this month. Okay, that is a phenomenal figure, isn't it? But then when you think it's from 602 people, on average, it doesn't work like this of course, but on average each one lost just over 100 quid each. £104.42 to be precise. That is how much every single player on average lost last month. I appreciate it doesn't work like that. Some people would have lost 500, £1,000, £2,000. Some people would have won 500, £1,000, £2,000. But on average, 104 quid. Okay. Then you're subject to charges. I'll just show you the charges up here. You've got tax, bank fees, game provider fee, admin, bonuses, paid loyalty. Okay. So you get from your gross gaming revenue to your net gaming revenue. Okay. So tax, bank fees, game provider fee, admin, bonuses, paid loyalty. We need to remember them because we're down here and we can't see them. So you start with your 62k, nearly 63k. You lose £5,291 for tax. You lose £6,076 for bank fees. That's because the casino gets charged a fee if you deposit by credit card, debit card, net teller, Skrill. However you deposit, there's a fee. And they're the fees for the month, £6,000. Then the next one, that's the game provider fee. £6,998 comes off for that. Then the next one, I don't really know what this one's about, but it's admin. So any costs that are incurred by the casino for sorting this hub, I guess. But 15,684 is lost through admin. Then the next one is bonuses. £17,246 is taken off that total for bonuses. That's going to be new sign-up bonuses, that's going to be any free spins, that's going to be any tokens for bonus money, I guess. It's going to cover quite comprehensively the bonus section, but then paid loyalty, another 7,000 off. And it's clear to see what the paid loyalty is because it only happens once a week, and it's on a Friday. So it's your cashback, isn't it? So after all that, the casinos profited £4,362 according to these figures. I say according to these figures because to get from 63k to 4,000, I've got to say is difficult to believe, but they are the reported figures. Now, what did I receive because of this 63,000 loss? So from every player that lost £104, how much did I get? There it is. £1,376. Just scroll up this column. Revenue commission. Scroll back down. 1376. Okay, is that anywhere near what any of you thought? Don't forget, 602 active players has produced this 1376 for me. So for each player, I've been paid £2.29. Is that too much? Of course, it doesn't work exactly like that, but these are the average examples. On average, per player, in revenue, I've received £2.29 for October. Okay, so my total commission, there's a little discrepancy here. There's the total commission there, so the total is the very last one. 5,415. Well, on the other page, I'm pretty sure it says 5,489 or something like that. So I don't know, I don't quite know what the discrepancy is between that and the other figure, but I didn't write the figures. Right, now, of that 5,415, I give away £1,500, don't I? So that takes it down to 3,900. That 3,900 then goes towards my losses, either for the month or the year, preferably the year really. So that 3,900 goes off my 90,000 minus position at all the casinos. This is the full month of October, the latest month. I haven't just picked a quiet month with crap figures. Let's just prove that I haven't picked a quiet month with crap figures. Let's go back home. I would expect September was pretty similar. So September, what did it say? 5,906, very similar. 85 people for September. So out of 85 sign-ups in September, 56 people made a deposit. So I lost 29 of them, just to show you that, you know, I wasn't blagging when I said you'll lose that many that don't even deposit. So 85 has become 56. If we go to the breakdown and we put September in, I can tell you how many people triggered the CPA out of the 56 depositors. Search on that one. All the way down to the bottom, you can see total losses 76,490. Again, that was between about 600 active players. So the loss is a little bit higher that month per player, but not to stupid levels. Let's just work it out. 127.50 each. Of course, I appreciate it doesn't work like that, but that is one of the best ways to illustrate how that figure is achieved. But then if we scroll across, of the 76,490 in revenue, I received 3,631 that month. So that's quite considerably better than October. But again, that's £6 per active player. £6. It's nowhere near what people are stating in their comments. It's nowhere near what people are thinking. The CPA side's done really poorly there, hasn't it? 2274, which is this one. Let me just scroll up. CPA 2274. So I know from that figure that 32 people triggered my CPA in September. So the figures are 85 sign-ups, 56 depositing people, 32 CPAs triggered. But if you want an average of the CPA to sign-up ratio on this one as well, then it's the 2274 divided by 85, and I was paid $26.75 per person. That's, like I said, not how it works. My CPA figure is more than that, but there are wagering requirements, so not everyone triggers it. So that's September. I'm just trying to illustrate that I'm not just picking and choosing shit periods. They really are quite average periods, really. So 5,900 in September, give away 1,500 of it. So that left 4,400, which is loads. It's brilliant. It's brilliant to be able to contribute that towards the losses for the year on slots, but that is exactly what I set out to do when I introduced affiliation, and exactly what I told everyone I was doing. You know, that is the thing. You're never going to get to the end of the year up on your casinos, so your commission payments are never going to be profits for you. You know, you may have some super unbelievable month where you're smashing a big amount on your commission payments and you win on the videos. It has happened in the past that I've won on the videos over the course of a month, but maybe twice. Maybe twice ever I've got to the end of the month in profit. But then you just use your commission payment to go off all the times you didn't get to the bloody end of the month in profit. You know, I'm trying to erode away a 90k loss, aren't I? I can sustain a portion of that myself, because I played before the channel, and I simply did. You know, I'd have between 4 and 6 sessions a month, and I would spend anything up to £6,000 a month on slots. But that was my position. That was my job, enabled me to do that. So, you know, but over the course of 11 months, if I'd lost 6,000 every month, that's only 66k, isn't it? Not 90. So yeah, I'm going for the whole use your commission against your losses, which is a pure reason there's a link there. The people that support the channel by signing up through the link don't give a fuck about any of this. There are people that think you're earning this, that and everything, and that's why it's such a hot topic at the moment. But if I come out and actually show you what I'm getting and for what, then at least when you refer to me, you can't put, oh, he's getting this, he's getting that, because I'm simply not. You know, another comment somewhere was, I can tell you now, if he's giving away 1,500, he is making a minimum of 10 times or even 20 times that in commission in that given month. Well, that would say that I was earning 15 to 30,000 from here each month. Well, you've just seen two of my months totals I've just shown you, haven't I? You've got October, 5,457, which I gave 1,500 away of. You've seen September, 5,906, which again there was a 1,500 giveaway. Let's have a look at August, where you've got 4,425, again 1,500 of that given away. It's not 10 to 20 times the giveaway, is it? It just doesn't work like that. Right, I'm going to go on to the next casino now, because that's kind of all I can show you there. I've shown you how many sign-ups I get, how many of them become a depositor, and how many of them ultimately trigger the CPA. I've shown you the actual CPA pound amount. I've shown you how the revenue is calculated with all its charges and what I actually get. And that's ranged between £2.28 per active player all the way up to £6. But £6 per active player. It's just not they're just not the sums that people are bounding around. It's way more complex than a 40% deal being 400 quid if someone loses a grand. It's not even 2%. Well, it's just over 2% usually. If you look at my figures there, it's crazy, honestly. Where did I want to go now? Kasumu, that's where I'm going now. Let me just log in. I'm kind of hoping that this isn't going to show me password. Oh, it only showed dots. Okay. Right then. This is Kasumu now. I've used Kasumu for the whole of the channel. The very first link that I put up was Kasumu. The very first place that I affiliated with, it was Kasumu. Let me just try and get that in view. Okay. I'm just trying to think the best place to go here. It's probably payment reports and payments. Okay, in my pending payment report at Kasumu, you'll see October's commission, the total of €1,760. That's how much Kasumu generated me for October. If you go to history, you will see every single payment that I've ever received from Kasumu. Some of them are on the next page. In August of 2016 was when I tested my link. There's a €1.88 track there. There's the 282 quid. September 2016, like I said, in late September I put the very first link up. It was Kasumu, and it paid me £282, and then they kicked off properly in October. So I would say that my channel became an affiliate in October. That's when I really started to put it on every video and perhaps mention it in the videos. I needed some money back, quite simply. I needed a contribution from somewhere to help with the running costs of the channel. It's as simple as that. So what I'll do, I'm only interested really in year to date, so I'll just stay on this page for now and we'll discount the bottom one because it's December. So we've got Kasumu now. At Kasumu, on my player account, if you remember, I was €57,000 down. You can see the payments each month. 1,700, 2,400, 4,200, 7,391, a record month for me in April 2017. And just for information, there was no giveaway active on any of those months actually. The next month was really shit, 295. The next month was even shitter. It was actually negative, but for some reason there was a cent in there. And then July, I introduced a giveaway. First ever giveaway on Kasumu, 1,500 quid, €6,987 of earnings. But if you compare this with April, for example, when there wasn't a giveaway, it's not better, is it? You know, I didn't rope people in. I didn't get shitloads more sign-ups and commission because I was doing a giveaway. That's just what it was. Then you got August, 4,300. Then you got September, where there was another giveaway, 1,000 quid, 4,175. Well, again, you can compare that really to March, where 4,280, where there was no giveaway, and then there's a giveaway. So, you know, that's another aspect of it. The giveaways, people sort of go a bit bonkers at that. I was the very first person to do a giveaway on YouTube in this sector. Just like I was the first channel to come along and do an hour of bonus videos. Lots of people have copied. That's not my fault though. My giveaways are aimed at the people that support the channel as an added extra. A little chance to win a little prize. And they are little prizes. You can't tell me that a £500 top prize, usually between about 200 people, is enough to make someone go and join solely because of that. It's an added extra for the people that do join and support me. That's what the giveaway is. It's I could easily just not do any giveaways, but then I would be a greedy cunt in some comments. And if I did no giveaways, oh, you don't give anything away, mate. You're a greedy cunt. You keep all the money to yourself. But then on the other hand, when I'm doing giveaways, you're only doing these giveaways for extra sign-ups and commission, you parasite cunt, and all these comments that I read, it's like, well, and they're probably from the same people that would say either way. It's, one way or the other. Not one single person that actually signs up through the links complains about anything. It's the people that don't use them that has the problem, and it's just, again, because you think incorrectly that I'm making millions of pounds or something daft. Look at these figures. Whilst these figures are quality amounts, they're really, really good amounts of commission. €6,900, for example. What's that? That's about £6,500, isn't it? And I've given away 1,500 quid, so that's taken me down to £5,000. So I've made £5,000 off Casumo affiliation that month. But how much have I lost on Casumo in the year? And where am I sending that £5,000? Well, simply exactly where I said I was. It's going off the losing position that you're guaranteed to have at the end of the year. And like I said, if you don't have a losing position at the end of the year, then you're dodgy, aren't you? You haven't done it. If you've managed to win at all your casinos, I'd be suspicious anyway. It happens, like I've shown you with video slots, you can win at one place maybe, but not 4. Inevitably you'll lose, and I've always said that. I don't glamorise gambling on the channel at all, one little bit, ever. I really don't mind when people write nasty comments about me, as long as it's either their opinion of a factual, like there's one guy that hates my celebration. He says that I'm cocky when I get a big win, and what I'd say to you is that's a natural reaction. You can't change that, and it will have been the exact same the whole way through the channel. It's not something that I can change, because it's something that I do without even thinking about it. When I have a big win, I celebrate, and that's the way I celebrate. If you do think it's cocky or you don't like it, then there is nothing I can do about that. So I don't mind that sort of comment. You only need to tell me once, obviously. When you start writing it 2 and 3 times, 4, 5, 6 times everywhere else on everyone else's comments, then it gets a bit grating. But when you write it the first time, fair enough. You don't like it, that's fine. But I can't do anything about that. It's when people are commenting and just having a guess at stuff that's just not on, really. And I'm showing this information today because I can, because there's no reason not to. I don't mind putting this out there. It's an average reflection of what goes on behind the scenes with the commission payments and where they go, and it's nothing that I haven't said before on the channel about what I do with them. Of course I use the commission payments to pay for the giveaway. Of course I do. I'm not gonna give away £1,500 if the casinos paid me nothing for the month. Why would I do that? That would just increase my losses, wouldn't it? On the channel, basically, as a whole. When I'm playing, I lose. I don't want to be losing when I'm giving stuff away as well. I have lost on giveaways before. I have done giveaways that haven't been paid for at the end of the month, but that's just the risk you take. You need a chance of money coming back. That's how I'll put it. But yeah, it's not a hidden fact or anything that I'm using the payments I get in commission to do the giveaways and to contribute to the losing position of the channel from playing. It's like people write these things constantly, like I'm trying to hide the fact that A, I make money through affiliation, and B, it subsidises some of my losing videos. It's not a case where I'll put £1,000 in, lose it, and then just think, I'm getting that £1,000 back anyway, because I simply don't know what I'm getting back at the end of the month. I will do as many videos as I can based on the financial position of all of the places and my own bank. For people to come along and pipe up, oh well, it's not your money you're using because you've earned it through commission. Hang on. Of course it's my own money because it's been paid to me for work at the end of the day. It's been paid to me like someone working for BT would get paid at the end of the month. They worked that month for BT. BT paid them. When they're down the pub on a Saturday night having 10 pints, they ain't got their mate next to them going, that's not your money, mate, it's BT's. Of course it's their money. It's in their bank. They've been paid for it for stuff that they've done, you know. It's a crazy argument, that one. I'll never be able to get my head around it. But there you go. That is a very long-winded answer to how do you afford to play like that? How do you afford those kind of losses? But that is how. I'm still down, but I'm not 90,000 down, am I? Because obviously I've had money back at the end of each month to contribute towards my losing position. And that's it really. I haven't really got any more to put to it. You can't see fairer than that really. That's just I'll scroll down, see that, just in case people think it's some random dodgy screenshot, even though I actually logged into it and it came up. But you never know what people are going to say. You know, that is just average. That's average. I mean, I didn't set out for the channel to be a money-making channel through the lines of affiliation, is what I'm saying. A lot of people don't appreciate that my channel's been going for 16 months and didn't have links at the start. If several people have copied my style of channel, popped up with their own channel with links from the start, they're not the same as me. I didn't do that. You know, the whole stake argument is often commented, oh, you started on 60p and now you're doing £30 spins. Well, not really. I started on 60, 80p and I'm doing £30 spins for half an hour. You know, predominantly I'm doing £2 spins because it's just simply too expensive to do any higher. There was loads of other things that I wanted to comment on that I've just forgot, so I don't know whether to pause the video and have a think, but I kind of just wanted it all to flow. So I've been chatting now for 47 minutes, I can see it there, which is quite crazy, but I felt it needed to be addressed just because I was starting to lose people that liked the videos, and I was starting to lose them due to them believing some crazy comment about how much I'm earning. And when that starts to happen, you need to pop out and just say, listen, this is actually what it's like, this is actually what happens, this is the truth of the situation. And you've seen inside the affiliate hubs of 2 casinos, which I don't know whether I'll get in trouble about, but I haven't revealed my deals, and I did ask. I asked at least one of these casinos whether I could discuss figures, and they said yes, as long as I didn't go into my exact deals, because I'm not allowed to talk about that. But you don't need to talk about exact deals if you're showing the exact figures at the end, do you? I don't think. But there you go. That's just an insight into how the channel operates behind the scenes. There's been massively fewer videos lately, but that's due to a couple of reasons. One is I've had several health issues, haven't I? I mean, I lost my voice and then I had that operation that took me out for like a month, 6 weeks. But also the expense. Sometimes when you're on a bad run and you're just losing shitloads, it's too dear. It is too expensive, but it gets boring as well. It gets boring. That's what I wanted to discuss. A lot of people throw at me that I only have the channel to make money. It's purely a business, etc., and so on. If that was the case, I would monetize my videos, wouldn't I? As step one, I would have adverts on all my videos, which would mean that I'd get paid some revenue by YouTube on a monthly basis. I don't have any adverts on my videos. The only adverts you'll see on my videos is when a video includes some copyrighted content, and the claimant will then put an advert on. I don't get any revenue from those adverts. But also, what you'd also notice is I'd probably title my videos differently. I'd have like mega huge YouTube record win, my biggest win ever, or all that kind of thing to get the most views, the most subs, the most of everything that I possibly could. Well, what do you notice about my video titles? They're all pretty standard, aren't they? They don't give absolutely anything away about the video itself. And that's purely because I feel it's way more exciting when you don't know what's going to happen in the video. Like, I just don't understand these people that put in their video title, Danger High Voltage, Mega Big Win, 2619x. Well, I don't need to watch it then, do I? I need to press play and look at your stake, and then I can just leave because I know that it's 2000 whatever I said times 40p. But that sort of video will get more views than my Danger High Voltage Big Time Gaming High Stakes video. I didn't put Mega Big Win, huge cash out or anything, did I? I could have done. But no, that would be my argument as to why it's not about the business. If there was no affiliation, if there was no links, if links were banned, I'd still do videos, but I would do between 4 and 6 a month. I would do what I would do, basically. I'd still put them up. I wonder how many other channels would still put videos up if there wasn't any affiliate links. Probably not many. But you'd definitely positively still see me there, because I simply wouldn't stop playing, would I? It's in my blood. I've gambled, like I said, for 25 years, and I would continue to do so. And I might as well video it. You may well see a video of a session of me putting £1,000 in and lasting 4 minutes. The video would go up, because that would just be me and my session done. But yeah, that's it really. Like I said, it's not about trying to convert the haters. It's not about bringing the haters on board to say, oh, actually he's alright, oh, he is different, isn't he? Oh, he's this, he's that. I'm not bothered about the haters. The haters will always find something else to hate about. It's just about putting the facts out there for people that are currently watching the channel and enjoying the channel, for them to make their own mind up as to whether I do what I say I do, and I totally believe I do. I think I give a massively genuine window into what happens on these games. I mean, 85%, 90% of my videos I bust out on. You know, the year-to-date figures there speak for themselves. The year-to-date figures, £90,000 down. That is what you can expect if you play the slots at these stakes this often. Simple as. I'm not hiding any of that. Any of it. I'm not putting big win after big win after big win on. Only big wins. Putting the link on saying sign up for here because you'll get a big win like me. That's just not what I do. The sign-ups, the links, people that go through those sign-ups, they're almost like a donation. The people understand that I get a kickback off them doing that, and they're supporting the channel. And I'm massively thankful for everyone that does that. And that is what the giveaways are about. It's a bit of thanks from me to the people that have done it for a little chance of winning something. There's been lots of winners. I've given away 45 grand, I reckon, minimum cash. Of course, I've earned 45 grand. I must have done from commission payments, but I've kind of shown you there. I've never hidden that. I've never said. I'll rewind there. I do say that the giveaway is paid for by me, because it is. Because I could just keep the money, yeah. Whilst I've earned the money through affiliation, when that money hits my bank, that's my money. I don't have to give it away. And that is what I mean by when I say I pay for the giveaway. If I'm giving away £1,500, I'm giving away £1,500. Simple as, out of my bank. You know, but all they are, they're not big enough monetary amounts to make everyone scramble to my link and go dive through and everything. You've seen on average how many new players I get in a month per place, and you're talking the lowest place you're talking 15 to 20, the highest place you're talking 100, 85. But of those 100 or 85, you're losing about 25% of them straight away because they don't deposit. So that is not a lot of people going through those links just because of the giveaway. I just don't accept that my giveaways are responsible for people just clambering over each other. It's the other way around. You have to look at it from a different point of view. It's just something extra back from me. It's as simple as that. Like I said, you'd never win there. You'd have people saying, "Oh, you're keeping all the money. You shit. You fucking should give something away." And then if you do, "Oh, you're giving it away. You're only doing this. You're only doing it because of that. Oh, you haven't given anything away. It's mental, isn't it?" But anyway, I don't even reckon people are going to watch this video now because it's fucking 56 minutes long of me just chatting shit. But it's not shit, is it? A lot of people will find that interesting. A lot of people will actually appreciate seeing factual figures. And it just... Me as an affiliate, simply... I've stood up for myself there. I've decided not to take the crap that is coming in the general direction of affiliates and actually stand up and show the real factual information. So take it how you like there. You can't continue to comment, "Oh, he's getting 50 grand a month because he's doing this and this," when I've actually physically shown you that. So that's it. That's it from me, I guess. I'll leave it there. I'll remember loads of shit that I wanted to say as well when I finish, but I'm going to leave it there. You make your own decisions, guys. If you like the channel and you've seen what I've talked about and you understand and you're happy with that, then continue to like the channel. If you've seen what I've told you and you don't like it, then you simply don't have to watch. That's your free will and choice. You simply don't have to watch. So yeah, cheers for watching that. I appreciate that. It's a long time just to listen to something, but it's kind of off my chest now. So I'll be back with a normal bonus video either tomorrow or Sunday, and I'll see you on that. So yeah, cheers for listening, guys. Catch you later.